about the a great one of the great movies that shows this shit? Interstellar. How on Interstellar he was able to go travel interdimensionally down the timeline and move certain objects so his daughter could find certain objects and piece together the puzzle in the past, because he was in the interdimensional plane, and able to see the past, present, and future simultaneously. And he was able to move certain objects at certain time. And at one minute the remote would be there, and then the next minute it'd be gone, and then the next minute it'd be back again because the room had went through this little quick dimensional glitch or this quick dimensional shift. I be called, I be, and you see that shit with phones, right? When when phones, you feel me? When phones lay up there and do that glitch thing. I'm gonna tell you what that glitch thing be. They be monitoring y'all when they do that. Every single one of y'all that's watching this get a potential spam call, and a bitch be saying potential spam on your email. I mean on your caller ID, right? It says potential spam on your caller ID, and then and it's this automated teller, and you like, oh, all right, hello, and it's like, oh, you hang up in this face, but you don't even know that's the aliens clocking you. Aliens clocking you, making sure that you are on roll call. Okay, on for the on for the roll call. You feel me? So in the movie Interstellar, another movie um that shows you that interdimensional was the Inception. When you go to Inception, Inception really shows you the world within the world within the world, the dream state within the dream state within the dream state, and how each of them are their own world where you exist. Okay, so the trillionaires don't pay no puppet. The trillionaires don't pay no billionaires to pay puppet millionaires to entertain you and make multi-million-dollar fucking movie pictures about this shit, and it's just all frivolous. It's just all some bullshit. You feel me? So understanding understanding that it's a reason why they distract you with lesser sciences so that you don't realize the higher sciences. There's a reason why they try to hit you with a fake moon, because they don't really want you to see what's really on that moon. Why you think you can only see one side of the moon? Because this shit is an orchestrated fucking circus show, man. And you are just one of the fucking tiger monkeys, fucking donkeys in the circus show performing for the circus master, people. Okay? So understanding this shit, we're gonna get deeper. We're gonna get a little deeper, right? And we're gonna show you this multiverse shit. Now I want to show you this multiverse shit, but I don't call this multiverse. I'm gonna show you doppelgangers in the multiverse. How there are copies of us everywhere. We encounter copies of us. You might encounter somebody and be like, man, that nigga got his hair just like mine and got his outfit just like mine, and that's just a coincidence. Nah, nigga, that was an alternate version of yourself you just passed and walked by. But you thought that was just a nigga that dressed like you. And some of the alternate versions of ourselves will look just like us. Some of the alternate versions of ourselves will look nothing like us. And it shows you that in the movie, what's the name of that movie? This movie right here, the Everything, Nowhere, and this one right here. They show you that in this movie right here. In this movie right here, she had all kind of different versions of herself, and that she could have access to. All right. So understanding the multiverse and understanding dimensions will help you understand a little bit more deep into alien travel, meaning there are multiple different copies and versions of everything that are interacting with itself and everything, and you may get glimpses, peeps, behind the veil of it as things are crossing over and moving to other planes. But understanding that it's not as far fetched as you think. If everything is interacting with everything, if everything is interacting with everything, that means anything is possible. So how can you say gravity is not real when anything is possible and gravity is included in anything? How can you say the Earth is not flat when anything is possible? So I'm sure there's a flat version of Earth. I'm sure there's a round version of Earth. I'm sure there's a cylindrical version of Earth. I'm sure there's an invisible version of Earth. I'm sure there's a light version of Earth, a dark version of Earth, a green, red, blue, yellow, orange version of Earth. I'll guarantee you there's an Earth with nothing but black people on it. I guarantee you that there's an Earth with nothing but white people on it. There's wherever your mind can conceive, the multiverse can achieve. And you seen that on Doctor Strange when they were traveling through the multiverse, how most of the food is free in most universes except for Earth. How most of the substance and the healthcare and everything is free in most multiverses and different universes except for Earth. And how one in the movie Everything and Everywhere, they had a version of her with hot dog hands. And man, whatever the mind can conceive, the multiverse can achieve. You feel me? So let's get into this. So I'm gonna show you this doppelganger shit by the numbers. Check it out. All right, so this is Christian. Yeah, they won't give me my sound. So look at Christian Rock and Christina Milian. Now he think this is clones. When I'm showing this is multiverse doppelganger shit, 100%. Multiverse doppelganger, and he gonna analyze it through the gematria. Look at the gematria that adds up. Not only do they look alike, but their gematria adds up. But we know they aren't the same female. But we keep showing you, and we keep on showing you that this is a multiverse of interdimensional kind. And there are similarities in everywhere you would go. Now look at this shit right here. This is by the numbers, right? This is Christian Rock making macaroni and cheese for Thanksgiving, right? Boom, right? Then check this out. Boom, that's Christina Milian making macaroni and cheese for Thanksgiving. And they call that pasta. And that's a symbolic of that child trafficking shit. Pasta, piece of pasta and chicken, right? That's symbolic of that child trafficking stuff. All right. But check this out. They're showing you all of the different comparisons with Christina Milian and Christian Rock. Now he's saying that Christina Milian is actually playing the role of Christian Rock. When I actually believe that no, Christian Rock is a doppelganger alternate version of Christina Milian or vice versa. You feel me? Um, so that's the one thing you got to realize in this multiverse of madness, and that's what they showed you in Doctor Strange. In Doctor Strange, in the multiverse of madness, what and for those of you who haven't seen, Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness, wonderful, a wonderful dissertation on the multiverse. Hold on, let me find it, man. They playing games. Hold up. Where's my Doctor Strange at? Here we go. Let me put Doctor Strange and add Doctor Strange in here. But who's seen Doctor Strange Part 2? I mean, Doctor Strange Part 2, this right here. And so in Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness, there were infinite Earths, infinite dimensions, infinite versions of ourselves. The versions of ourselves that was evil, the versions of ourselves that was good, the versions of ourselves that was weak, the versions of ourselves that were strong. They introduced the Illuminati in the Multiverse of Madness, and Doctor Strange was in a parallel universe where the same associates on his Earth were just so happened to be a part of this organization called the Illuminati. Just like that. They said it just like that. And he said the Illuminati, right? And made a little joke about it and shit like that. But in the multiverse, in the Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness, there were multiple different Doctor Stranges that he had access to fight against the foe that he was fighting against that was able to travel through different multiverses. The foe he was fighting was called the Scarlet Witch, and she was able to travel through different multiverses, and he had to gain access to different versions of himself in order to battle her. And that's Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. You feel me? So they always put it in the movies They always put the script in the movies so that you can, so that you can get something. You feel me? But what is this right here? Let's see what this is right here.
Let this be your reminder you're getting distracted again.
Okay, so before I get into this, check this out. So